spiny fib sin fins fib. I swear I'm not having a stroke. I'm just I'm just trying to sound it out. Hi everyone. So we did beat this game last stream on Thursday. We've managed to get into room 46. We also found the bunker down in the reservoir. So at this point, just kind of continuing to play for the sake of just discovering whatever else I can discover. I'm only going to be streaming this week, and then after this week I'm going to be essentially going on hiatus for a little while, possibly a couple of months, to deal with some life stuff, good life stuff, don't worry. So I'm just going to play today and Thursday, continue Blueprints, see what we can do. So let's continue then. So now I am technically the Baron. I have inherited the Holly estate as per Herbert's will. I'm only 14 years old, so I think it's a little bit strange that I'm the Baron, but there you go. But for whatever reason, I still don't have any staff, and I'm still sleeping in a tent outside. I don't know, maybe Simon just got used to it over the last month and he just likes it like this now. Okay, interesting. So one thing to mention was yesterday I turned off the gas in the orchard, and I thought that might possibly bring down my steps, but I am at 70. One other thing though is that I wondered if it would make any difference if I ended the day in the bedroom. So potentially it could be that the bedroom gave me more steps, but so maybe that evened it out. Hi, Leon. But I don't know. I don't know. Anyway, I'm not going to pick up my allowance just yet, just in case I find a lucky purse. So kind of what I'm hoping to do, like more things that I would like to do before I completely wrap up playing this game, is I've managed to unlock a couple of the sigil things in the sanctum. I've opened one more door, but I couldn't figure that one out. And so if I can find more sanctum keys, if I can solve more of these, that'd be great. I also only have 3 letters, I think, according to what the crystal ball guy told me. There should be 7 letters, but I've only found 3 of them. And I think there's supposed to be 8 safes, so I've found 4 safes, so I've unlocked 3 of them, and we had 3 letters in here. There are also just a handful more rooms that I haven't seen yet, and also the Blackbridge Grotto. We still have to figure what's going on there, because we still haven't. So let's just start making some rooms then. Cool beans. I think I've got a fairly good overview now of the of our family and what kind of went on with them, but there are still a few mysteries. I still don't know who Courtney is. I've theorized that she is Clara's brother's daughter. Oh, lovely. But we still don't know what happened to Clara's brother either. That's not amazing, but I'll take a morning room. What else? Coupon book. Oh, we're really well set up to get a nice shop full of expensive stuff today. Utility closet or walk-in closet? Let's get walk-in closet. We might be able to get a lucky purse, maybe? Oh no, a key card though. That's pretty good. Okay, that and this and this and car keys. Okay, sure. Walk-in closet. I can get the shirt I bought. Oh yeah. Wait, I'll waste a thing doing that, but there it is. I can't do anything with it, but I paid for that. There it is. It's nice to look at. Yeah. Okay. There's nothing else in here, is there? I don't think so. Hell yeah. Let's go this way. I don't really need a security room today then if I've got a key card. Pantry. That's what I got, isn't it? Yeah, key card. Oh, I shouldn't have picked that up if I was trying to find a lucky purse, should I? Never mind. Hallway. Yeah, so it'd be nice to... So I don't know where these other safes are. I'll just do that so I can get to the bottom one as well. Because I don't have a lot more... Wait, if I go to my directory, I don't have a lot more rooms to find. 1, 2, 3, 4... I think it says it on the trophy spreadsheet, actually. I'm also kind of interested if I can try to get into room 46 again, just on the basis that laboratory or closet. I'll get some extra items if I get closet, but let's do this and then I can set up an experiment. What was I saying? I've forgotten what I was saying already. No, the thought has completely left me now. Safes. I don't know where the safes are because I don't have that many rooms to get still. Okay, let's see what we got. Next 3 times I open a locked trunk, whenever I draft a shop room or immediately. Gain 3 gold for each red room in your house. Gain 1 key, 1 gem or 1 die, or gain 1 key for every 2 hallways. Yeah, I kind of like this because then I don't have to worry about conditions, and I'm probably going to draft a few shop rooms today because everything's half price, so that's pretty good. So I think I'll do this and this one, I guess. I'm not too fussed. I'm sort of just doing just going along with it and seeing what I can get out of these runs now. Let's see. Probably should have drafted the one to the side, but that's fine. Bedroom. Actually, yeah, it doesn't cost me anything to come in here, so I will just come in here. Just got to get that sledgehammer, yeah, that power hammer, and break down some walls in case that turns out to be the way to find more safes. Okay, well I would have got the commissary, but that's going to lock me off, so I'm going to get the den, and then I'm going to back up and go down, because I think at this point I'm probably just going to go ahead and grab my money. Gymnasium. Should I just stick the gymnasium here? No, I think... I'll just... Because I'm just thinking if I put it here, then I don't have to worry about it being anywhere else. Okay, I'm just going to go in just in case there's items. And there are not. Okay. Oh, find all the rooms that I can open with it. What do you mean, like, with the sledgehammer? Yeah, yeah. I mean, I can look at them all in the directory anyway to get a hint if I'm not too sure. I think we thought that there's probably a wall in the basement that can be knocked down as well. Oh, that reminds me actually, there's also a crack in the catacombs. Okay, what have we got today? We've got a shrine. I can give a few coins to the shrine today. Get something fancy maybe. I've tried giving 3 and 4 coins. I don't know if it if the type of blessing I get corresponds to the amount of coins that I give. But when I've given 3 and 4 coins before now, I've got the high roller. 5 coins got me the extra courtyards, I think. So let's try. We've got quite a few. I'm gonna try 7 coins. What is that gonna get me? Blessing of the chef for each type of spread that you do each day. Spread. Each type of spread. What does that mean? I don't know. Add an extra dish to the dining room. Okay. I don't really know what a spread is. Butter, maybe. Possibly it means like getting all the way to the end of a rank, maybe? Like a spread across the rank. Should just put all my money in there. I want some of it. Okay, let's go up then. I think I've only got one way to go, so hopefully I don't screw myself over. I don't have any dice today. Well, yeah, at least not yet. Grab you. Okay. Let's save that one for a little bit. Anything on the floor? Doesn't look like it. Oh my gosh, we're not doing great. Okay, I kind of need to have this one then. Any items? No. Oh my goodness. Alright. We're just snaking along here. Oh yeah, I've got a book today. So what was this one? Realm and Rune. Okay, so this is the, I think it's the full book for these sigils. I'm just getting my notes because I'm probably gonna... Well, maybe I won't, but I think there's quite a lot of information here, so I might not take all the notes, but let's have a look. So, Realm and Rune. Right, so I've read most of this, but the copy that I saw before was had a lot of pages ripped out. So we kind of know all this. It's basically saying each of the realm has a sigil, and the symbols in the sigil represent certain things. Oh, okay, so here, this is the name of the country that we didn't know what that was. So, Korarika. Let me open up my little notebook. Okay. Korarika. And this doesn't have all of the countries. We know that Morajai exists. There's that country that's the pink country that looks a little bit like it's got a call a little bit like an arch. And there's another country, I think. I'm not sure what it looks like yet, but I think there's supposed to be 8 because we've got the 8 sanctums. So, let's see. So the number of rays represents the type of transportation. Right, so we've got naval capabilities. Let me... Okay, so yes. So, naval capabilities is 8 rays. Roads and streets are just the 4 in a cross. Horseback is... that makes sense. That looks a little bit like a horse. And trains are these 3, like this. I think that's Arindia's number. We've got aviation. That looks like a sunburst. Equals aviation. We've got the just 1 in a line. That's camels. And turtleback. Turtleback? That's, okay, sure. Looks like a turtle. That makes sense, I suppose. Turtleback. Okay. Alright, sure. That's the fastest one, yeah. Okay, and we've got the weather. I think I've got all these. I think the only one that was missing, but we figured it out from context, was foggy. That's Fenaries' one. I think it's also Arindia's one, because I think Arindia is Fenaries. It's the basically the old name for Fenaries, as far as I can tell from the history that we've learned. Oops, I can't see my... I couldn't find my cursor for a minute there. Okay, moats. I think we have all this. Yeah, we've got all this noted down. We already saw all that. The border, we already saw all that. That was full. Okay, yeah, and then this is the thing for Fenaries, which again I've already got all the information for that, so that's fine. Yeah, alright, so basically the only thing we were really missing was the stuff about the number of rays, so... oh, and the name of Korarika. So now I have that additional information. And that's all I needed from there. But yeah, like I say, there are a couple of countries missing from that lot. Right, what you got? Oh yeah, let's get the bookshop, because if everything's half price, does that mean that I can get... yes! Oh, which one do I want though? I'm just going to get the Curse of Blackbridge for now, because that might give me a clue as to what we're supposed to be doing with the Blackbridge Grotto. But I might possibly be able to save up enough to get the other thing as well. That's Mary's last book, which I haven't seen yet. Okay. So yeah, so I'm not sure how long this specific day is going to go for, because I'm not doing that great. I've just got the one door that I'm following round right now. I want a secret passage. Secret passage could lead me to a new hallway, but that's fine. I'll get the office. The office can potentially get me more money as well, so I could use this to get me money if I end up getting myself into a hole, and then I just want to use that to buy the other book. Sure. I think I'm going to get the security room just for the fact that I don't have a lot of doors otherwise. This gives me more options, and I have the key cards. That's all good. Let me see. Wait room. I'll get the guy's bedroom. It would be good to have some of these. Oh, actually, now thinking about it, maybe I should have got the keys. I don't have any more keys. Oh shit, wait. No, I made the wrong choice. Okay, well, that's fine. I'll, I don't even know why I'm going in here. There's no point unless they have keys. That's fine. I'm just gonna see if I can generate some money from the office, and then I will just try and buy that book. Just see if I did miss anything. No, I didn't. Okay. Never mind, never mind. Right, let's see. Enter, spread gold in estates. Yes, spread gold now. Awesome. I don't think we've got any servants' quarters, so I can't just generate it for that. Right, money. How much money did that generate? Should tell me here. 23 coins. Okay, that would be enough to get that book. So let's go hunting for that. And then I also have my metal detector, so that should make it easier to find it. And then I can buy that last book. And then I don't think I'm going to need the... what's it called? The bookshop again. I might just build it again the next time I can for the sake of seeing if they got like new stock in, but otherwise I only need 24, I think, because it's half price plus my coupon book. Minion here, no. I didn't have anywhere else that would be stuff where I could buy, I don't think. Okay, that should be enough. Let's go. All right. Cool. So, I should have everything now. Alright, well that's it for today. That was a very short day, let's call it a day. Yeah. Call it. So, just wondering, I just wanted to see if it says anything about spread here, but no it doesn't. So, yeah. I imagine spread means a whole row, but I just don't know. They've never used that term before, I don't think. Okay, another day. If I find the library this time, then there's loads of things for me to choose to get. I might just get the outer room straight off because I don't need the shrine and I don't really know what else I'm gonna care about. I don't need the tomb anymore. I can go down through the elevator. Oh, by the way, yeah, that still had 70 steps, so it was nothing to do with me going to bed in the bedroom. It just seems that the orchard continues to give me stuff. I could do a schoolhouse run today. I still haven't got my what's it called? Grade 8 schoolroom, so I think that's what I'll do. Try and do today. Don't think I need to go in here, but I'll go in here anyway. There's nothing in here, is there? No. Okay. I think the highest grade I've got to so far with the classrooms is 4? Maybe it's 3. I think it's 4. Again, I'll leave that packet on there just for a second, just in case. I think I'm going to go straight to the library and because then I can also possibly find out if I can get any more. I mean, it doesn't look like it's going to fit any more books on here, to be fair, but right, I think it was the Architectural Digest number 3 that I already read. I think it's volume 4 and 5 is the ones that I bought. But anyway, I want to get this one so that I can see if potentially that's going to explain to me what the frick I'm supposed to be doing with that. Okay, well, it doesn't give me the thingy anyway, the bookshop anyway. So let's go with the classroom. That's grade 1. Give me an apple. Sure. Courtyard is fine. What you got? Okay, sledgehammer. It's the weight room has a breakable wall. Yeah, true. Yeah, well, I've got one of 3 elements. Well, one of 4 elements if you count actually getting the, what's it called? The workshop as well. So we'll see how we get on. Yeah. Problem as well is all the classrooms cost a gem. The rooms I want to break walk in. Getting a coat check would be nice. That's true, yeah. I've still got my my shield in the coat check, so that'd be kind of a nice thing to pull out as well. Do I want a den? I kind of want a den for the gem, but I kind of want a thing going up, so... Alright, should I grab that now? No, I'll leave that for now. Let me go back and around. Another classroom. Good. Okay, this is 3. Great if I could find some more gems. Ah! Oh, but that... just for the sake of doors. Okay, leave that there just in case I do find a... Alright, this isn't the best place for a commissary. Boudoir will get me a gem because I've opened a safe. But that would give me more redraws. I'll do this one. Maybe a walk-in closet or something would be good. I'll get the parlour now so I can get my gems. Okay, let's see. This box is empty. A box with a false statement is empty. Okay. There are 2 false statements. So if this is true, then both of these have to be false. In which case... Okay, let me think. In which case, a box with a true statement is empty, meaning that would be empty, and this would be the box with stuff in it. If this is false, then these have to both be true, which would mean this is empty, and this is empty, and that is true. Wait, I'm struggling with this one. There are 2 false statements. Okay. If this is false, these are both true. Meaning a box with a false statement is empty, meaning this is empty. And this is also empty. So if this is false, then then the gems are in here. If it's true, then both of these are false. A box with a false... and this... Ah! No, okay. Right. I was reading this as in at least one box with a false statement is empty. But I think... I don't entirely approve of this wording. I think it's a little bit misleading. But I think that would suggest that any box with a false statement is empty. Which can't be... So these two can't be true. Okay. So basically what I'm saying is I believe that this one is false, so it's empty. So these two are true. This box is empty, so we... Okay, let's see. Let's see if I'm right. Yeah! Okay. Alright. Cool. I'm doing quite good for gems now, so I should be alright. I'm just going to grab this money because I'm not going to come back here. Okay, I need something going forward, please. Yeah, that'll do. And I'm just going to grab this money as well because... Well, I suppose I might come back to get through there, but it's fine. Wasn't there a key in here? Yeah. Yeah, I suppose I might as well get den. Not doing the best here. It's just gonna get me back to one place. Nah, it's a bit rubbish, really. Okay. Although, if I get the break room and then call it a day in there, then I can just automatically get a staff key card. Okay, this is fine. It just means I'm going to have to go all the way back to the breakfast nook the other way now. Just to get that key, essentially, because I think I'm getting less steps than it's worth. You know what? This wasn't worth it. I'm almost there now, but it wasn't actually worth coming this way because I'm only going to get 10 steps from the food and, well, one key, I guess. And I get morning room for my draft pool as well, so I suppose it's not too bad, but... Whoops. Okay, okay. And... Okay, laboratory. Again, we're snaking around a bit. Oh, and now we're locked in because I don't have a keycard today and so I have no way of opening this. Let's just see if there's anything like a permanent allowance increase or something that I can just trigger now. No, there's not. Okay, well, this day was also a bit of a bust. Well, okay, so far... That was even shorter than yesterday. Jeez. Okay, this is fine. It's fine. Call it a day again, I suppose. I didn't get anything out of that day. It's rare that I don't get anything at all out of a day. I guess I book to book. You know, the next time I go into the library, at least I'll have the book. But that's like the only thing that I managed to do. Gotta line up that RNG now, yeah. Alright. Once again, let me just go ahead and get a room. Yeah, I spent all that money on a blessing on a couple of days ago, and I'm not even going to use it. Looks like. Okay, what have we got today? I don't need the tomb anymore. Don't really want the hovel. Let's see what we can get in the tool shed. We've got a shovel. That's nice. Yeah, I'm missing out on that button. What does this do again? Oh yeah, permanently adjust its rarity. To be honest, I don't think I really need that. I think I've kind of did what I wanted to do with that the last time I had it. But at least I got a shovel. That's good. I'm gonna go left this time. Den's a good one for this bit. Pantry, I think. Draft this way. Breaker box, is it worth it? I don't know, now that I got caught out that other time. Yes, let's do breaker box here. That's already as commonplace as I need it to be, that's fine. I've got one of those today, nice. Nom. Security. Okay, awesome. That's good. All right. Yes. So we can do the little trick now. Nom. Okay, press enter. Let's see. Keycard system. We can go high. And we can go unlocked. Cool. That's that sorted. Let me just open these doors to see what I can get. Oh, a darkroom. Perfect. Then I have everything I need for the breaker box. Let me see. Boiler room is good for doors, and I don't know if I'll need it. I'm trying to remember. Is there anything I need the boiler room for? I've done the pump room. I've done the laboratory. I can't think of anything else that I need to power. I think that's it. I think that's fine. I'll just do the breakfast nook, I think. Or I could do the guy's bedroom. Actually, yeah, I'll do this because I don't think I need the extra doors. I think I can go around that fairly easily. And get my die. That's nice. My dice, even. Should I grab this now? Nah, it's fine. I'll just hold out a little bit longer. See if I get that purse. Okay. Keycard entry system off, off, on. Good stuff. And this way. Freezer. Definitely don't need that right now. Hallway. I'll get the library and then I can read my book. We can learn about Blackbridge. Right, the Curse of Blackbridge. Wait, what does it say? This... Oh, right, yeah. It's because I bought it. Right, that's fine. Right, okay. This is a completely new book. We haven't read this one before. Forward. The legend of Blackbridge is one that's well known to the people of the Grand Realm, for versions of this tale have been passed down from generation to generation. With each new telling, the story has changed, becoming over the years more colourful, more verbose, and, as one might expect, increasingly horrifying. However, with so many renditions and unique personal touches, the task of confining and binding this tale to text seemed an ambitious and impossible challenge. Over the course of my research, I have heard dozens of variations of the legend, and while the details would often change, I was surprised at how much of the story's heart remained the same. Yet, the more I listened, the clearer it became that there could never be a definitive version of this tale capable of capturing all the wonder and myth of Blackbridge. In the end, I chose to write down what I felt most authentic, the story my grandmother told me as a boy long ago. Who wrote this again? Redford Ewing. Okay. Part 1. The Berry Picker from Auris. Okay, this is kind of long. Many years ago, before peace had become a familiar word, there lived a group of rogues so wayward that locals deemed it appropriate to call their number the Unholy Hounds. They were feral outlaws composed of society's worst in a time when society was at its worst. And for each crime that fearful travels credited to the group, a dozen more lay unclaimed, each worse than the last. For the gentry, however, who often value their coffers more than their companions, no crime could measure more wicked than the group's primary enterprise, high road robbery. One such member of this so-called band of rogues was a boy of 13 years, Jesper, who had not been so lucky in life, having lost 2 brothers to war and parents to famine. In the years of hunger that followed, Jesper lived in a gutter behind a churchyard, relying on the nourishment of scurrying bugs and weeds harvested from the cracks of the alleyways to sustain his pitiful existence. It is not surprising that a child aiming to escape such hardships would take any easy road out, an easy and well-travelled road paved with temptations, leading out of the city and into the gentry lands where loose purse strings entwine with the strands of salvation and glisten equally with the hope of opportunity. It was this road that eventually led Jesper to the end of his youth, a hidden cave at the bottom of Blackbridge Canyon. It was here that he met his surrogate family and saviours, that notorious gang of godless outlaws known as the Unholy Hounds. Despite the hardened circumstances that had led him to this vocation of banditry, Jesper was surprisingly tender-hearted and was often teased by the group for being too kind for such an ignoble life. For this reason, Jesper was assigned the innocent role of berry picker. It was not just innocence that set berry picking apart from the gang's more wicked undertakings, for it was the only duty performed without the safety of night's concealment. Jesper, no stranger to solitude, did not protest that he worked alone whilst the others slept soundly, tucked away in the cave at the bottom of the Blackbridge Canyon. On one such occasion, Jesper decided to get an early start. He left the cave, berry basket in hand, and set out into the woods before the morning sun had even brushed against the tallest treetops. It was colder in the mornings, but the headway dawn afforded meant Jesper could reach the furthermost berry patches without worry of being chastised for tarrying upon his return. It took over 3 hours on foot to reach his destination, and along the way Jesper had passed by many a familiar bush, all priorly pillaged and so bereft of berries that one would have to dedicate several moments in earnest examination before finding a single one. Jesper was patient, but even his patience has its limits. He was confident that even accounting for the time lost to this long stretch of travel, his efforts would be well worth the pains. Surveying the patches in this new grove surprised even Jesper. The red dots suspended among the leaves, red dots like the server room, seemed as numerous as stars in the skies. Upon seeing such a bounteous sight, he clutched his berry basket tightly and nearly toppled over out of joy. Once he had regained his senses, Jesper quickly made a decision. He would not reveal the location of his newfound treasure. Instead, he would earn the respect of his confederates who, upon seeing his yield, might attribute the success to hard work. Smiling at his plan, Jesper set off to fill his basket and was making steady strides in this task when the sound of thundering hooves interrupted him. A carriage is approaching. The thought of it made Jesper freeze. Had he been so enchanted by his discovery that he had neglected to observe his surroundings? How could a roadway be so close? He ducked down and crept toward the impending sound, hiding behind one of the larger bushes nearby. It was only a moment before the sound's source revealed itself. Within 50 paces of where Jesper hid, an elegant carriage with gold trim came soaring around a corner of trees, led by two beautiful white horses and conveyed by a stern-looking driver seated atop the vehicle. Flaunting the most sophisticated regalia Jesper had ever seen, it was not just any carriage, it was a royal carriage. Even without having witnessed such a sight before, Jesper was certain. The sight had so transfixed Jesper that he stood awestruck, unable to tear away as the carriage approached. The little concealment the bush provided was soon proven unequal to the driver's lofty perch, and upon spotting the boy, he pulled the reins with such effect that the noble steed slid to a sudden halt with precise control. "You, boy! Get out from behind that bush," he shouted with a rigidity that betrayed a modest amount of fear. "You startled me half to death, coming round the bend of my own drive, and me seeing such an unfamiliar face in a place where there ought not be any face." Jesper quickly contemplated running. The man was much older, and his dress was suitable for courtly behaviour, not dashing through bramble and mud. I was picking berries." Jesper raised the half-filled basket up to allow the driver to see the proof of his words. The demeanour of the man suddenly changed. It was a change that Jesper was familiar with. He had many times seen the same stern expressions on the most fiendish bandits melt away when presented with a berry basket. Any suspicions that the driver might have had instantly evaporated, for even the notion of a member of the unholy hounds picking berries seemed farcical. The softened expression even made allowances for a smile. "Berries, eh? Say, you couldn't have picked a better spot for them, could you? I used to pick berries here as a boy." Jesper took his cue to finally step forward out from behind the bush, proudly brandishing his basket. "I know, and what luck I found them. I have only just begun picking, and look how many I have. It would have taken me fourfold time back home to procure this number." The driver bent down for a closer look. "And where is your home, boy? It must be quite far." Jesper replied with a scripted response. "A little south of Tanner's Fork, just past the burnt woods." "My God, that is far. You couldn't have come all that way only this morning." It was true. Tanner's Fork was in the exact opposite of direction that Jesper had travelled. And, "Hi, Cola." "Yeah, no, leaves drop away." Opposite direction that Jesper had travelled, and while the response would seem perfectly reasonable in a location closer to Black Bridge Canyon, he could see why it might seem less believable here. "Sir, I have travelled much further for much less profit. I dare say that there was no distance yet made by man that would not be worth undertaking for a prize such as these. Surely you have tasted them for yourself." Jesper felt happier with this response, as it seemed to amplify the man's smile. "In my youth, often, but perhaps I took it for granted, because I have never had to travel very far, and even then my father would always drive us out here in the carriage, so I'm ashamed I had never had to walk such a stretch to earn an equal reward." It was Jesper's time to smile. "Then let my efforts reward us both today." He raised the basket even higher. "A taste in memory of your youth, sir." The driver chuckled and removed one glove, bending over the seat to reach down into the basket. And the moment his fingers touched the first berry, the dagger in turn met his throat, cutting through a superficial layer of skin and drawing blood. Jesper caught the man's startled eyes. "And for that taste, I will have your purse, sir, in memory of my youth." The driver's arm had gone stiff, his chin raised and trembling, more frightened than he had ever been before. Whether unable or incapable of speaking, he did not respond to the boy. Perhaps he did not think his jaw could afford to be engaged at this particular time. Jesper let the basket drop, freeing his other hand to probe the man's pockets. "Do not mistake me, sir. I will not kill you if you give me no cause, though I will admit the thought of taking your carriage and leaving you the indignity of walking appeals to me." Unable to find a purse in the man's coat, Jesper pivoted to search the seat under him. "Why have you no purse upon your person?" The driver slowly raised his hand cautiously, pointing towards the carriage door behind him. Jesper lowered the knife's edge a small degree to allow the man to speak, which he did in turn softly. "There's a lockbox in the carriage." "Well, come down then, and grant me the courtesy of sparing your life and binding your hands, a concession, I assure you, of my tender heart, for it would be much easier to slit your throat." The man started to comply, slowly lowering himself from the driver's seat of the carriage. Once down, Jesper guided him away from the carriage to a nearby tree, where he instructed him to get on his knees and put his hands behind his back. Excusing his inexperience, the man indulged Jesper while he figured out how to adequately bind him. The smile and kindness Jesper had seen on the man's face, now nothing more than a distant memory. In their place, cold, dark eyes, displaying no emotion. "I wonder, should I grant you the same clemency you are showing me?" Jesper stopped, surprised by the question, but ignored it. secured the final bindings and then hastily returned to the carriage. With one hand on the door's handle, he turned to the man. "If there is no lockbox, there will be no clemency." Inside, the carriage was surprisingly dusty and unswept, a stark contrast to the elegant and polished golden facade of the exterior. It had apparently been many years since a passenger had enjoyed a passage in this vehicle. This all but confirmed what Jesper had suspected. The driver of this carriage was not a liveried servant in the employ of some greater master. Any curiosity that this observation might have further produced was quickly abandoned upon seeing what rested under the carriage's back seat, a large wooden lockbox. Despite its hefty appearance, the box was surprisingly easy to handle. Within a few minutes, Jesper had dislodged it from its hold and carried it into the sunlight. Inspecting the box carefully, 2 observations were made. Totemic symbols found carved on all 4 sides of the box hinted that the box was very old and likely not created by Arindian hands. It reminded him of artifacts from the old world and was presumably crafted in one of the ancient realms. Secondly, the ancient realms. Okay, so more ancient than Arindia, I guess. Secondly, the box was secured by a rusted yet robust padlock that would not open easily without a key. Jesper looked over to see the driver quietly observing from his indentured position. "Do you perhaps have a key you can provide me to open this box?" Without emotion, the driver replied, "There is no key to that box." Jesper stood up. "Easy enough, then." He headed over to a nearby rock of sizable dimensions and lifted the stone up, carrying it back to the box. If there had ever been a time when that lock had been resistant to brute force, it wasn't recent. With one hit, the stone completely shattered the rusted lock. He bent down and opened the lid. Inside was an effigy, a crude figure chiselled from stone. Without too much deliberation, Jesper bent down and picked it up, somewhat surprised how heavy it seemed, given how light the box had felt. Having expected to find something more akin to gold or gems, he looked questioningly to the man, hoping to find an explanation. The driver's smile had once again returned. "You are cursed, boy, for deadly is the stone. You have opened that which never should have been opened, and you are cursed." Jesper carried the effigy over to the man and shoved it in front of his face. "What is it?" "That's one." Feeling his disappointment rising to anger now, Jesper tightened his grip on the effigy. "One what, you mumbling Agentor? And what in God's name? Why have you no purse upon your person?" The man did not seem intimidated. "1 pace." He paused for effect. 12 more, and you will be dead." He only had a second to flinch before the effigy struck him in the head and put an end to his cryptic ramblings. If there was ever a time when the old man had been resistant to brute force, it wasn't recent. Jesper looked down at the sculpted stone figure, now spattered red. Was it cursed? Was he cursed? He had, of course, heard stories of curses, and had never doubted their validity in the past. But now he was standing face to face with the possibility of being cursed. His mind pleaded with him to be sceptical. And if he was cursed, what difference would the knowledge make? 12 more paces would not be enough to find another living soul, even. Blech. To say nothing of the chances of procuring a remedy. If he did not move from where he now stood, he could live maybe another 3 or 4 days, maybe more given the abundance of nearby berries. A plan that, if we ignore its obvious faults, might provide additional opportunities for help to come along. But what good would that do? To be discovered here, beside a body, stolen goods in hand, bloated from berries and raving about a curse that could very well not be real. No, it most certainly be better to face one's fate now, take a 12 paces and see if life goes on. But Jesper found his legs unable to make that first step. His mind was unable to convince his limb to waste away 1/12 of his life in a single motion. Feeling the desperation sink in, he hopelessly looked around him for a solution, and if, by some stroke of luck, the gods had heard his plea, a miracle materialized before him, as if he found himself suddenly at the end of a fairy tale. 2 white horses and a carriage of gold trim were beside him, the answer to his immediate prayers. He laughed at his fortune and calculated the short number of paces back to the road. 4. Perhaps only 3 if he jumped. He made a quick survey to see if there was anything he wished to grab before taking the plunge. He thought about removing the driver's fancy coat, as that appeared to be of some value, but the additional risk of undertaking such a task was too great to chance, and so, after a profound breath, he took his 2nd, 3rd, and 4th steps, although they were quite large. Seated now behind the horses, he reached for the reins and suddenly realised that he was still gripping the effigy. If the curse was real, then it would most certainly be better left here. If, on the other hand, the story was fictitious, there might be some appraisal that could be made of the figure. It was, after all, found within a lockbox whose typical functions often secures objects of value. Having witnessed firsthand the horrors of destitution, Jesper found his mind equally reluctant to allow his hand let go. If it is cursed, I die. If not today, then tomorrow. And if I die, what care have I? And with that statement said aloud, to the horses seemingly, Jesper took up the reins with confidence. Part 2. Oh my gosh. I hope... lock in, guys, because apparently this is a whole novel. Part 2. Below the Black Bridge. Miller awoke. Hi, Kel. Yeah. By the way, Kel, I don't know if you saw or saw my VODs or whatever, but we did get into room 46. So I have beat the game. I'm just doing more for the sake of it now. You didn't even finish the ones you were reading here in real life here. Okay, so Miller awoke to some light. Yeah, I'm definitely enjoying it. Nudging from a familiar foot. Only one person would have the cheek to awaken her in such ill-mannered fashion. Shaking the sleep from her eyes, she glared up at him from the darkness, but did not say a word. He nudged her again, teasingly, then stepped back into the dim. After taking a moment for her eyes to adjust to the darkness of the cave, Miller remembered she was on third watch today. Quietly collecting her things and wits, Miller turned as she left, waving to her young friend, who was more than likely already asleep. She crept through the cavern's main passage, careful not to wake the sleeping bandits around her. Like a hero in a book, she often mused. Quietly, she grabbed a bow from the haphazardly formed pile of weapons, shaking the accompanying quiver in the darkness to assess how many arrows it had. She then walked towards the sun-drenched mouth of the cavern, ready to start her shift. Above her, in one of the few trees found in the cavern, Miller could see that Ravia was already posted. She waved, and Ravia waved back. Calling out to each other was strictly forbidden. Anything louder than a gesture in the canyon was forbidden. When Miller reached the tree, Ravia lowered a braided rope and pointed to the ground behind her. Miller turned, following a finger, and she saw a pail of water resting beside a nearby log. She turned back to Ravia, nodded, and secured the pail to the rope. The pail went up first, and in turn Miller followed. Ravia reached across to grab the water. Miller leaned back to give her space. There was not much room for manoeuvring in this tree post, a necessary concession for the concealment the outpost demanded. Ravia tilted the pail up to her mouth dramatically, illustrating how thirsty she had been. Miller laughed silently as water poured out, splashing onto Ravia's face. It was a bit too daring and noisy of a joke, and had the others been around, they would have certainly been scolded for the unwarranted sound. But Miller appreciated the efforts Ravia took to verbalise the silence of the morning. They had been on third watch together for over a month, and during that speechless time their friendship had grown into something special. Affection was unsurprisingly scarce among the unholy grounds. She had felt camaraderie before, of course, but intimacy never. From their elevated vantage, the girls could see both the concealed entrance of the cavern as well as the clear view of the bridge that was spanned across the canyon. Black Bridge was the link between the Gentry lands and the northern mountains, the overpass that connected Orus and Riddington. To the city-faring travellers of the realm, the bridge was an unavoidable crossing. In the day, the task was to ensure that travellers passed by without stopping. At night, the task was to ensure that they do. Like most of her band, Miller preferred the night. The biting glare of the sun might be tolerable to farmhands and bricklayers, but to a cavern-house bandit, it was a source of constant annoyance. In the day, there was no shroud to conceal her expressions, nor to hide her thoughts. She felt exposed. Ravia touched her elbow and pointed up. Miller, striving to suppress a budding smile, subtly shook her head in response. There were many signs that the unholy gowns used in lieu of words, but the two of them had developed an extended vocabulary. Gestures quietly forged in the shared solitude of their month among the branches. She watched as Ravia shifted, placing her palms flat on the floorboards beneath them. Miller knew what she was trying to say, but shook her head a second time. It was often more fun to pretend not to understand. Revia rolled her eyes and turned away, looking back to the canyon. Squinting through the leaves, the two girls held still, watching and listening. It was not long until Miller, too, heard the sounds of approach. Ravia held up two bent fingers, and a few moments later 2 men emerged from the bridge's southern end. They were dressed in a familiar uniform, long grey coats with black facings, white waistcoats, and black tricorn hats. They belonged to the local patrol, the Black Guard. Although not an everyday occurrence, their presence at Black Bridge wasn't an unusual sight. It typically indicated that an important traveller's impending passage across the bridge, information that the girls would promptly relay to their leaders as soon as the coast was clear. But this report, while exciting, was rarely acted upon. In Miller's 5 years in the unholy grounds, she had never once seen a carriage taken in open daylight when the Black Guard was nearby. The men had nearly reached the bridge's north end when Miller heard the horses, faintly at first, but growing louder with each passing moment. Ravia's eyes met Miller's, the same concern mirrored in each other's expression. This did not sound like the typical carriage, cautiously approaching the bridge to cross. Instead of the familiar crunch in the high road's gravel, they heard the harsh clattering of hoofbeats against stone. Both girls quickly redirected their attention downwards. Looking through the foliage, the sounds were not coming from the high road, but from the canyon itself. The horses were coming from below the bridge. In an instant, Miller had knocked an arrow and drawn her bow. Go! Ravia was gone before the whisper had even left Milia's mouth. The young scout was already sliding down the bank below, racing towards the cave. There was no road that ran below the canyon. There was no reason for numerous horses to be approaching the cave. There was only one reasonable conclusion, and both girls had reached it instantly. The base had been compromised. This was a Blackguard attack. The moment the horses came into view, Miller let loose her first arrow. She was surprised to see a carriage. She was expecting cavalry. Before she even finished processing that thought, her second arrow was in the air. Without a trail, it would be unthinkable for a carriage to traverse such rough terrain, yet she watched as the wheels jolted over the rocky riverbed. A third arrow was now in flight, and there was no need for a fourth. The driver slumped over just moments before the vehicle dipped into a small ditch, slamming into an embankment. The force of this sudden halt immediately shattered the front two wheels and catapulted the driver from his seat. Utterly confused now, Miller quickly glanced over her shoulder to see if any horses were also approaching from the rear. Down in the canyon, the entire horde of the unholy grounds came spilling forth from the earth as if hell itself had suddenly sprung open. The group seemed more bewildered than Miller, half asleep and tripping over one another in a desperate attempt to engage an unseen enemy in combat. Miller could see Ravia among their number, the only one looking up at her. Her expression was chilling. There would be no need for a silent gesture to convey what they now realized they had made a mistake. The gang's chieftain, Geoffrey Heartslasher, led the others, cautiously approaching the crashed carriage like a suspicious fox would near a baited trap. There were no words exchanged as the group crept forward in customary silence. A dozen or so paces in front of the wreckage lay the far-flung driver, an arrow protruding from his broken body, and beside him a blood-stoned effigy carved from stone. Is that the effigy, then? Can't really make out what it's supposed to be. It looks like a... I don't even know. I don't even know what that is. Miller was inconsolable. Jesper had always been her favourite. He'd always shadowed her in the night, clinging to the helms of her every move, the way a child trails behind an older sibling. Tender-hearted, she had always called him, though deep down she had always known that wasn't quite true. His appearance of gentleness concealed a raw, resilient durability that emerged in the most perilous of situations. He had been a flower among the nettles of this cave, but he still had thorns, honed by a grim past and 100 hands of misfortune. They buried him in the darkness in the back of one of the larger cavern rooms. He was interred with a berry basket and a silk handkerchief that he had treasured. The mysterious effigy that they had found beside him served as a distinguished gravestone, a marker that stood out as somewhat special among the rows of similar swords marking neighbouring plots. No one spoke, not even in whispers. There was nothing to say. Miller awoke the next day to a thunderous shaking and rattling of the earth, a far cry from the playful nudging of the previous day. She strained to adjust her eyes, but the choking sting of stirred-up dust caused her to flinch. Panic was also in the air. The sounds of scurried footsteps and clattering feet filled the space around her, but even in alarm, the silence was louder. What was it that sounded so strange? Miller closed her eyes tight and used her feet to guide her along the passage. The whispers around her were getting louder, and intense voices could be heard ahead. Louder speech than she had ever heard spoken in the canyon. A growing dread grew as Miller approached the mouth of the cave, her eyes now open wide despite the dust. Shouldn't it be day? Miller felt a hand in the darkness pulling at her. It was Ravia. The two embraced, and Miller did not need to see her to understand. Ravia placed two bent fingers against Miller's cheek, and with that touch against her face, Miller felt the same sinking feeling from the previous day. Two bent fingers confirmed what Miller had suspected. The girls had forgotten to relay one critical piece of information to the others. An hour or so later, the screams began. Blood-curdling cries of hopeless desperation. Captain Fodrick Lee of the Blackguard looked down from the ridge of the canyon to the collapsed entrance of the cave. Ah, he grinned. Now they speak. Okay, that's the end of it. It's not turning any more pages. Alright, I'm not getting any very obvious clues from all that, but I'm gonna write down some names which might potentially be you know. So we've got Miller, Ravia, and what's his name? The other one. Jesper. Just writing it down. Jesper, Miller, Ravia. The Unholy Hounds. Unholy Hounds is what they're called. I think we've got the name of their leader, Jeffrey Heartslasher. Geoffrey Heartslasher, what a name. And then the captain of the guard was called Captain Fodrick Lee. I can try some of these names as the admin code. I was also going to try Mary's pen name, Marion Marigold. Let's see. Oh, gallery. We haven't had this yet. This is new. Let's have a look. Wow. Christopher Mansion. Collection of Mount Holly. Right. Cool, I guess. Thick. With this is also Christopher Manson. I don't know who this is. I don't think I've heard this name before. Thick, but the K is thin. Alright. What are these? This is... Ah. This does a thing. Hideout fragmentation. How you doing? Alright, there's a puzzle in this room. So just keep on going. I was trying to get back to the blank, but I don't know. Alright, yeah, I think that's just going around in circles. Oh! Oh, I guess each one has a... Oh, is this like the drawing... You're alive. Well, that's something. I think this might be like a larger scale version of the drawing puzzle. So like what is different between the things? Maybe? I don't know. Because this is a mirror image of this, but with a P. So... Mirror? Pira? Mirrop? Let's try mirror. If this is gonna... M... I... Is that an R? I don't know. I think that's an R. Yeah, this first time I've been in this room. Is it gonna give me an R? Can I just... Oh, I just sort of thought maybe if I just wrote R, then maybe it would come up, but I guess not. It doesn't seem to be giving me an R. Don't know if that's just because there's literally just not an R in this bit. Well, okay. Reflection. Okay, I'm not too sure. What am I trying to form? So each of these drawings or paintings or whatever they are seems to have has this puzzle next to it where I seem to have to input a word. So I thought, oops, getting caught on the thing. I thought maybe this was mirror because this is a mirror image of this, but then I don't know whether P comes into it. But I don't seem to be able to form the word mirror here because it won't give me an R on this one anyway. So, yeah. Don't know. I'll come back to that, I guess. Okay, actual objective. Genus sun eyes. What does this say? Very. There's a wine glass. I don't know, this is all very strange. I feel like this needs a while to think about. So the actual objective is the sun. Very. And it's a 7-letter word. I have no idea. Okay. I mean, this is a cool concept, but also I just do not know. Okay, so here we've got the 7 sins. I at least know what that means. And a shark. An infinity. Pins for infinity. Hell? Punishment? Hubris. Pride. It's just another word for pride. Avarice is greed. Yeah. Yeah. Let's see. Punish. No. Sinful. Infinity. I'll put in infinity, but I don't know how everything else would match up. Okay, it's kind of looking like it's not infinity then. Doesn't seem to be an I. Although, I guess if I can at least think about what letters it starts with. D, G, H. Hell. Find a word that all this stuff has in common. Yeah, I guess so. So sin, infin. Okay, so they all have in them. Sin, infinity, pin, fin. So that's got to be something, right? Whoa. So going by the. Okay, so I did say just earlier, like, oh, this looks a little bit like the drawings puzzle. If we're talking about things, what's the separate letter? Okay, right, all right. Let me get my book out. Let me start writing some words down. Okay, so we have sin, pin, infinity. Infinity. Well, what does that give us? I mean, let's see. Door. This is a rug. Rug. Skin. Skin. It's a skin. Okay. So if the thing that's confusing me now is what's in infinity got to do with anything. If I just cross out the in infinity, so we've got skin, presumably is SK, S for sin, P for pin, F for fin, and then we've got Finity or FITY maybe. So how many letters is that? So we need 8 letters. I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 if I don't include the extra I in infinity. So let's see. Okay, we haven't got any N's. We've got a T. Okay, there you go. I am assuming that there's not an extra I, so let's just take that one out. Y, there is a Y. Sins on bin. Oh yeah, there's sins on bins. Okay. Oh, that makes it even more like what. Okay. Well, if we get a B, then let's put that down. I think F maybe for infinity. P for pin. S for skin or sin. I'm not sure which one. Which ones have I got left? B. You're assuming it would form a word. I have no idea. I'm just trying to figure out what letters are available for now. I'm missing a K, I think. Assuming that this is for skin. And an E. Sorry, a B. Huh. Tin? Is there... maybe with these count. What are these? Plinths? Yeah, I'm not sure about this one. It doesn't seem to be giving me anything that I would have thought would work. Din. I'm looking for a K and a B. No. K, B. Oh, whoops. There was a K. Let me go back around to it. There we go. Okay. So, if this is supposed to be a word, kind of word might it be? I don't think I found any B's. In... is this... Can I... T... Have you got anything other I think needs to be in here? Not really. I think that one has to be T. I don't think any of the others fit on that one. Jin, Lin, Nin, Owen, Rin. No, I think this one has to be S. Min. Win. Fin. Yeah, I think this one has to be F. I'm kind of happy with these three, I think. T, F, and S. So if this was a word, tif, ta, tof, I don't know. Yeah, second is a Y is weird. Ta, te. I'm not convinced that this is supposed to be a word, because I don't know how it's supposed to work if that's the case. Tiffus. Tifts. See. Yeah. I don't know. Let me look at another one. This one only has 5. It might just be easier to try and start with this one. Let me think. So we've got handcuffs. We've got a hand. We've got a shooting hand. We've got a searchlight or a spotlight. We've got a lake. We've got the word thick. Yeah, it looks like a looks like a shooting star, but it's turned into a hand. I don't know. We've got thick, but the last letter is thin. Handcuff. Cuff. Wish upon a shooting hand. Yeah. I wish that I could figure out this puzzle. Oh, wait. Does it... Oh, I see. Oh, no, yeah, you're right. It must be. So I'm trying to figure out the name of what this is. Okay. Alright, yeah, so it must make a word. Alright, that is helpful. So, okay, so what would this be called? It's a one-word thing. Oh my gosh, I don't know. I find this baffling. Only the letter K in thick is not thick. Think? Could it be? Sure I saw a K here earlier. Yes! Okay. Alright. Think. Why? Because it's not thick. It's telling you it's thick. And it's trying to say, break out of the handcuffs. Think for yourself. Look, we're lighting it up for you. It's that like like I'm kind of interpreting this a little bit going backwards, but yeah, but it's a thin K as well. Yeah. Yes. All right. Okay. Well, that helps. I'm kind of seeing sort of what they're trying to do here now. So now we've got a reflected carts, but the P isn't reflected. Yeah, it's basically just a pun. Yeah. So prism. No. P. What would that be backwards? That would be a Q, I suppose. Reflect. Mirror. Copy. Copy. Copied. I feel like copy is a So if we're going with bleeding puns, copy. Doesn't look like there are any P's. Okay. Are there any P's here? I feel like there must be a P in this word. No? How can there not be? Or P... Peacock? P... Let's see, does it start with a P maybe? Maybe it starts with a P. P... An E? Stop. Nope. No, I'm drawing a blank on this one. I don't know. P. It is hard. Thing is, I'm tempted just to kind of like go around, but I've already looked at these two and I still don't know either. I'll try and focus. This might be my the rest of today is just me trying to figure out this room. Pit stop. Pit maybe. Pit stop. Yeah. P or P stop. Poop. Stop. Stop. Let's see, is there any So I wonder if there's any relevance to there being a hydrant and an apple and a rose. Oh, these are all red things. Red pea? Red pea. Let me try and find an R. See if that might be. Okay, no R there. Oh yeah, there's no R there. I remember looking for it. Something red. No. Don't think there was an R here either. Oh, there is. Could it be pred? No. Okay. Or prince? Prince? No, I don't think there's an N. Or pride? Pride? Pride and prided, prider, right? Pridet, pridey. No, I don't know. Ride. I feel like pride was a good shout, but then I don't know what to do with this last letter. It doesn't seem like any of these are doing anything with it. I do wonder if the red is a hint though, because apple, stop sign, hydrant, this cart we've seen before is red, and the rose. Red pea. Red pea. This doesn't have an R on it, does it? Red. No. Something red. I don't think there's anywhere that I can put the word red. Doesn't seem to have any R's in front of E's anywhere. Oh wait. Oh no, yeah. Yeah, there's no R in this one. Pretty sure I already checked. Okay, so crimson. Oh yeah, crimson. Well, says red with 6 letters. Scarlet. No. Ruby. Dunno. Pear. Jasper. No J's. Ba. Okay, let me go with this idea of copy. Copy. Garnet. Ooh, let's see. No G either. Copy. Is there a P on this one? Wonder if we need a palindrome. 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 Wait. Maybe that's what it is? Wait, what letters do we have here? We have we don't have an R on this one. We've got T. Tor. Well, that's a palindrome, but it doesn't mean anything. Oh. Tovots. Tonots. Tor. I mean, I'm just kind of almost trying to strong arm it here. Brute force it even. Dunno. I feel like palindrome might be what the hint is though. Two things like this and a big P. I just don't know what the palindrome would be. There's no G's on that side, I already know that. There's no R. Is there a W? Yes. Redder. Yeah, could be, but there's no R at the beginning, unfortunately, so. I feel like it's probably going to be a T. That a T would make most sense to start and end a word. Something. Turrets. Maybe. Let me try an R actually. Trute, tree. Well, this would have to be an O then if that was the case. Or church doesn't mean anything, does it? Church. Thought there was an O on this one. I guess there's not. Okay, so it's not. It's definitely not O. Let me try E. Tessets. Tellets. Teckets. Terrets. Tevets. Tenet. Tenet is a word. Do we have an N? No, I don't think so. Oh, that's a shame. Tessets. Tessets. I don't think that's a word. Tevets. Teckets. No. There's not an R here, is there? I don't think there is. There's an S. Let me see. So, Tessa Russ. Ooh. No. Sesson. Resser. Definitely not an R on this one, is there? No. Besib. You could get better, but it's not a palindrome, but I think I can get it. But no, that's not the word either. Wetu. Wetu. Just checking if it's wetter, because just in case I'm barking up the wrong tree and I just need to get something different, but no, that's not that either. Better, ketter, petter, teta, letter, setter. Why is the P exactly where it is? It kinda shows the P reflected upside down. Yes, true. Yeah. Just kinda there. Yeah, I don't know, man. O. Is there an O here? Yes. Rotor? PDB, maybe. Yeah, like, Potter. I've made some great new words. Yeah, I think some of these should be real words. Potter. Stopper. Stopper, maybe? I don't know. I'm just trying to desperately find something that makes any kind of sense at this point. Actually, I think I don't think there's a P here anyway, but I think it would need two P's to technically to be Potter, stopper even. Is there an O here? I thought there was an O here. I guess not. Okay. That's fine. There's not an I either. Oh yeah, there is. Let's see what kind of... I don't think there's going to be any words which have two I's like this, so... is there... Or two V's, really. How about two L's? No. No L's. Is there an R here? No, there's not. I remember looking for that before. Is there an N? Nope. There is a T. I think there is an S as well. Could be something with an S in it, maybe. Okay. Alright, let me... think about that then. Is there an A here? I think the only... Oh, actually. Bata... Passa... No, I don't think that this makes any sense. E is probably the one that makes the most sense. Ressa... Wessa... Bessa... Messem... Wessem... Tes. No. Alright. I'm giving up on that one for now. I'm spending too long on it. Let's try... Let me try this Finn one again. Now that I kind of know that it's a pun, probably, and not so much to do with trying to figure out the letters. Maybe? I don't know. Well, there's still an argument for it being the letters. Infinity. I mean, oh yeah, no, I think I already tried infinity and there wasn't an I in this bit, isn't it? That seems like what happened. Yep. Okay, so I got SK for skin, S for sin, P for pin, F for fin, and then B for bin. So yeah, I mean, so I think I have to figure out 2 for each side. So figuring out that one made this go down a little bit, but I assume if I figure out both of them, then that's gonna like unlock or something. I don't know. So yes, that's why I'm kind of coming back to this one rather than looking at the eyeball ones for now. So plin in within infinite does. Oh yeah, right. Sorry, yeah. The rest of the letters. Yeah. Looking at those letters together, S, P, F, B. Spiny, fib, sin, fins, fib. I swear I'm not having a stroke. I'm just I'm just trying to sound it out. We got an S on this one. No, so that was the problem because I was only really finding these vowels like here. Okay, so what could this be? This one feels like charades, yeah. Tough. Wait. Ten. Wait. Oh, sorry. I wanted the S. That's fine. Tension. That's a word with a lot of these letters in it. It wasn't the right one though. Ah, dang. Is that how you spell tension? It's not, is it? I don't think there's a T in tension. This is very tough. I kind of want to get like another one though, I'd like to like get to this. Is it charades? Maybe. It's 10 tef 10 fin fe pin so I think I thought that this one was probably F. Tefu. It's So we need a P as well. Tef, tef, tef put to pan pun. Let's try. Is there an I in here? Because maybe the last two letters have to be in. Nope. Okay. Is there an N here? Okay, let's go back to shun. Shun is a good end for a word. I just have to figure out the first four letters. Tha. The. I might just give up, guys. Honestly, I'm gonna have one more look at this one. But I've spent quite a while here, and I don't think I'm getting it. Right, actual objective. Drink, wine, genu. Very. How many letters is this one? 7. Could they all be potential prefixes? Maybe? This was think. Water, liquid, drink. Just the words in infinite. Like final, ski, sin. There's no F in this one, is there? I don't know how that would work. The first letters was just prefixes in infinity. Because they're all vowels. Sorry, all consonants. I just don't know how to put them together. Because like skin, and there's too many. It's just I don't know how to put it together. Right, so actual objective, eyeballs look towards maybe. Eyes on the prize. Focus, focused. Vision. Whoops, sorry, there was an F. Oh, I might actually. This one's looking good so far. Oh, and now I can't find an S. Okay, maybe not. Visions. Looking. No, there's no K. Sight. Try vision. Visions. No, although maybe victory? Victor. It would be enough letters. Victor. There's no O, is there? No. Very genuine. Actual objective over there. Genu. Very. Table. Table of very. Very legs. Genius. Wait, how do you spell genius? No, I think that's 6 letters anyway. Focus. Looking forward. Forward. I don't know. No. Okay. I don't know. I'm moving on. I got one of them, and that's good. It's good that I got one of them. Right, what am I going to do now? I'll grab this for the doors, and then I think I'll go back. See what's through here. I think I'll get the storeroom for bits. And oh gosh, I bet there's a sanctum key in there though. Oh, this is a bad place to have a passageway. Let me go for the master bedroom. I think I'm going to grab my money now as well, because it's probably unlikely at this point that I'm going to get a thingy, purse. Is this a good place for a... I don't know, none of these are particularly good. I might redraw a floor plan. I've got quite a few of these. If I could get this, I've got no, I'm gonna get the tunnel just so that I can go forward. Oh, I've got the shovel today, don't I? Yes. Forward again. Looking for dig spots. And I think I'll go around this way. Right, what experiments have we got today? Have you got an experiment where it's gonna tell me the answer to these this gallery puzzle? Experiment set up. Permanently add 1 gold. We like this one. 3 times that I open a locked trunk. I don't have the sledgehammer today. That was yesterday, I think. When I draft a hallway from another hallway each time I eat an apple. I think this is the most likely one to happen. I guess I'll go for these. I've got so much allowance now, it's not something that I desperately need, but obviously it's nice. It's nice to get more money, more daily money. Okay, I think I might go for the... Nah, actually that's a waste of a passageway. I can always go back round to the dark room. Parlour. Yes. Gems, please. Right, this box is empty. This box is empty. This puzzle is harder than it seems. I think that this is the answer. Let me just check. So if this box is empty and this box is empty and they're both true, then that is false because it's super easy. If this is yeah, and if that's false, then these would both have to be true because otherwise it's not. If it's true and the puzzle is harder than it seems, then at least one of these would be false, and then it's not gonna at least it's not gonna help me. I'm gonna go for this one. I think this is the only one that makes sense. Yeah. Ha 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 ha. Haha, you tried to trick me, but I could not be tricked. Got some dig spots. Nice. Okay, except for in the gallery. Well, that's not so much me being tricked as me being baffled. That's besides the point. I'll go for the boiler room just for the sake of getting the unusual's fine. I don't usually need it. I don't even think I need it at all anymore. Yeah, I can't. Let me just have a quick review of my rooms and just think, is there anything that I need the what's it called? The boiler room for anymore? I don't think there is. Pantry, rumpus from vault, office, study, library, chamber of mirrors. Gonna be thinking about it for a long time, yeah. Give me a second. I've got someone being annoying. Ban this person. Okay. Super hard. Most don't like the gallery. I mean, I liked it, but also I just don't think come on, yeah. I just don't think I can figure it out, unfortunately. Okay, I've done the pump room. I've done the laboratory. Yeah, I think those are the only two things I need it for. The other thing actually is the freezer. I think we might need the freezer to, I think one was straight to the point, but most of them probably follow the same logic, same sort of pun, yeah. Yeah, I think the freezer might need something to melt it. Apart from that, yeah, I don't think there's anything else. Is there anything that needed to be powered in here? I don't know. I still haven't figured out the secret to opening the cloister. That's still something that I haven't done. And the lavatory, I still have no idea what that's about. I feel like there must be some kind of a secret in the lavatory, but I don't know what it is. Potentially maybe I need to bring my sledgehammer to that, I don't know. A furnace. Oh, the furnace. Yeah, the furnace needs the boiler room, actually. So I think it's the furnace and maybe the freezer room need the boiler. I think that's just do a little bathroom renovation. I don't know. Builds up an urge to make a toilet. Okay, let's see what's at top. I don't think I want to use my last key just yet. Maybe I'll wait until I have more of a reason to need it. Let's see. Let's try this door. I don't really need the vaults, and that's gonna block me off a little bit. I'll get the observatory. 1 bathroom in a 46 room house. That's true. It is a lot. Okay, that doesn't have any anything to pull my electricity over, so that's fine. Have I got some gems? Got a key. That's nice. Yeah, when someone decides to build, maybe that's why Simon prefers to sleep outside. Okay, yeah, sure. Oh, I might get the locksmith because I've got lots of money and I don't have hardly any keys. So let's do this. Oh no, they're sold out of lockpick kit. Why? I don't have one, do I? No. Okay, they just don't want to give me a lockpick kit today for some reason. I'm gonna grab a special key. That's why Simon can't jump. Must be really hard on holding it all in here. Silver key. Okay, that could be handy, I suppose. It's not the best thing, but that's fine. 3 keys. I might just get another 3 keys. I don't know. Maybe? Well, no, I can come back if I really need to. Okay, fine. Weight room, I would rather not. The study, I think. Yeah, let's go for the study because I still need to figure out the safe in here. So that can be something for me to do now. I was going to say I'm definitely going to overrun this stream, but I've already overrun this stream, so. Okay, so the safes are all dates. We know that this much. It's a day and a month. So, I'm going to go through the notes in this room again, because so far, the 3 that we've figured out so far, the hints for the date have been in the actual room itself. So, is this anything? Oh, nice. It's a treasure map. We've only seen one of these before, and that was the day when I got room 46. So the day ended up ending. He had the same issue. Yeah, it's tough, but what can we do? Yeah, the only other day that I've had one of these is there's a weird cutting thing that's happened in the graphic there. Was when I found room 46. So I went into room 46 thinking that I was going to be able to come back out and then explore the rest of the house, but no, it just ended the day because that's fine though. So let's see. So this one is telling me to go to the 5th one up on the side, which I haven't opened yet. So that would be the dark room, and I also wasn't sure if the path itself mattered, but I can't go that path anyway because there's nothing going through there. But yeah, so I can try and go up through the dark room and have a look. Let's see. I can spin this globe. Don't think that's particularly helpful. So I just come back to the. It does actually change position. But yeah, I don't think that's anything really. Okay, so blah 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 blah. This was Herbert talking. Sorry, blah blah blah. That sounds so disrespectful. This is Herbert talking about pulled off by Thursday. That was So we know that Herbert knew that he was going to die. Pulled off by Thursday. So Herbert died on Wednesday. So I think he possibly knew exactly when he was going to die. So I'll try putting in his date of death, which is 0411. No. Let me just try clearing that 0411. Okay, and let's try it the American way, so 1104. No, okay. That's fine. Let me try 5th maybe then? If he was talking about Thursday. Or 1105. No, okay. What other dates do I have that might be relevant? I don't really think I have any, really. Herbert made his will in March. Dang, I've forgotten exactly what day it was. Was it 23rd of March? I had this written down at some point, but I can't remember it now. I just remember it was March. Okay, well, never mind. What else? I don't know. Let's look around this room a bit more then. Well, it's always been it's always just been the day and the month for all the other safes. So I'm kind of assuming that it's gonna just follow the same pattern. But yeah, I'm not really seeing anything else. Got a lot of empty picture frames. Could this be relevant? The Queen 1844. I don't know. Let me try that date that I saw on the crest. What was it? 1213. No. Yeah, I'm not sure. There's really nothing else. Steady. What are the drawings in this room? Well, they'll just be part of the room drawing puzzle, but it's paint and pint. What, you think it might change depending on the... I guess the, what's it called? I've forgotten. The bunker puzzle did, change conditionally. Sets of 2, a pair for each room. Paint and pint aren't on here. Yeah, no. Yeah, no, I'm not sure. I'm afraid I don't think I know what to do. I know Herbert was born in 1920. I think I probably already tried this one. Is there something hiding behind the wardrobe? The wardrobe. Ah, that wardrobe. I think that's just the... Huh, that's a bit weird. Well, I can't interact with it, so... But it doesn't look like a passageway or anything, if that's what you're thinking. Yeah, I kind of see kind of what you mean there, but don't think so. This definitely hasn't got something hidden on it. No. Okay. 44 letters in the message. Could just try 0404. I don't know. No. This is yet another just dead end for me, I think. Bit of a shame. It's the only date that's referenced here is Thursday, so yeah. I don't think I've got any other hints apart from this as well, which is D8. D8, see? Date! D8 is date. I don't know if they did that on purpose. I feel like they probably did. This is the kind of game that would do that. Yeah, I don't know. Well, Thursday, I'm pretty sure he's referencing the day after he dies. The day chess was invented. Era 404 could be. Yeah, because he died on Wednesday. We know that he had a premonition about him dying. And I think he is here just trying to set up puzzles for Simon to do. So I think Thursday is the day after he dies. But like I say, it doesn't seem like it's taking that day. So the Thursday would have been the 5th of November. The Thursday before I entered the house, exactly, yeah. And then like the staff left at that time. Let me try all the other dates. Sorry, I also don't know if it's American time or English time. So 7 is when I started. Yeah. Nope. Okay. Fine. And I definitely tried the day that he died, didn't I? 04. Yep. Okay. How about 4411? I don't know. No. Okay. Never mind. Yep. I don't know. The only other idea I have is that it might be the day he wrote his will, but unfortunately I have forgotten what day that is. And that would be a bit unfair if that was the case, because I think they literally read it to you at the beginning. Well, I guess it's in... I think the will is actually in the entrance hall, so I could go back and check on it, but... Okay, let me go into the foundation and unlock this one. Are we in rank? No, we're not in rank 8 yet. Let's get the workshop, maybe? Huh. Redraw floor plans for gem. I don't remember that being a thing. Why have I got this as a thing? Oh, study. The study gives me the ability to do that. Got ya. I guess I'll get the workshop. I don't think I've got... Ooh, actually, I'm going to make this more commonplace. Yeah. Okay, today... I don't think I've got anything massively helpful for me. Let me just check my contraptions list. Is there anything that I can build today which I haven't had before? I don't think so. For some reason the locksmith wouldn't give me a lockpick because... Oh no, I still wouldn't have been able to do that recipe that I found. What can I make? Can I make anything? I don't think I can make anything today. If I had a lever then I could make the jackhammer, but I don't, at least not yet. Passageway is probably good for here. Yeah, I think so. Yeah, I'll make that. No gem requirement for passageway now. Ha ha ha. Not really aiming to get into the antechamber today, but if I can, it'll be... might be good, I suppose. Especially because I did sort of want to... I think I'm going to redraw. I did sort of want to... Oh, that's not very good, is it? Get the basement key so that I could unlock the door at the bottom of the fountain as well. 1 key for each bedroom of the house. That'll only be a couple of keys. I'll get the walk-in closet because I might be able to make more stuff to use in the thing. And I've still got the conference room to get up this side. Okay, key card is useless to me today. Key. Rabbit's foot. Probably not going to use a whole lot of this. And there's my nice shirt. Yeah, it's nice to look at. Nothing else in here, is there? No. Okay. This. The gymnasium's off, so that's fine for me to use. I could also use the pool, I suppose. Then I could potentially use the locker room or the sauna. I don't need the pump room anymore. I think I'm good for the pump room. I'm going through keys a bit here though. Ooh, do I want this? I might be able to get the secret garden key and then I can get into the antechamber. Oh, no, but it's a sanctum key. That's even better. Awesome. Okay, I'll unlock another sanctum today then. See what that does for me. Sure. Pump room's a bit pointless. I could just get the... What do I want? I'll get the kitchen. Maybe I can buy a bit of food. I don't know. There's no items in here. Porterhouse steak. Good if I have a showroom, which I probably will not. Bacon and eggs. I've already had one of those today. Club sandwich is... Yeah, let's get that while we can. Okay, I guess I'll go down to the workshop. To the sanctum. See what I can open. So this is my 4th Sanctum key out of 8. I wonder if unlocking all the sanctums unlocks that weird red door over there. I still don't have any clues as to what I'm supposed to do with that yet. Alright, let me just go across to the next one. So I've done those 2. That was Arindia, that was Feneris. This one is... what's this one again? This one is Archeris, which I know has storms and is yellow. I think the only thing I was struggling with this one was the number of rays. I might have another look at it now that I've got the sigils book, but let me just see what this one is. Yes. I think if I get a Raja, I might have an idea. Ah, there we go. We got a Raja. So, right. Let me see. So, a Raja. I'm pretty sure that a Raja is poetic. That's not the thing that I clicked. That one from the book. Which one from the book? Okay, so I think Araja is the flowers. In terms of the number of rays, I actually have no idea. The number of rays for archeries. Yeah, I'll go back and have a look at it in a minute. Yeah, so we know it's purple, so we know the border, but the number of rays and the shape of the rays. So, Araja. Thinking about it, I don't actually know. So it's probably not going to be trains or carriages, because that's trains is Arindia and carriages is Archeries. Sorry, Feneris. Araja, it could be. So currently we're on ships and navy. Potentially could be right, I don't know. And weather, I don't recall. Hi, Big Smoke Dog. How you doing? Clara might talk about it in her diary. The games go good. I have technically beaten this game now. I'm basically just continuing to play it for the sake of finding out more stuff and doing more puzzles. It's shocking how much of this game you don't actually need to beat the game. Have you played this one before, Big Smoke Dog? I might have asked you before. Blueprints. I'm gonna go with vibes, and I'm gonna be like, yeah, probably ships and navy, and I'm gonna say, oops, just did exactly what I shouldn't have done there and changed it. Or aviation. Let's go with aviation. It is a lot of fun. If you like puzzle games, I very much recommend it. Okay, I think... oh yeah, this is the one that changes the thing. So I think I'm gonna go with like... what am I gonna go with? I'm gonna go with... okay, so I think Archeries is stormy, so that's... I'll leave that with Archeries. This one is heat. I'm gonna go with snow. I can imagine Araja seems like a snowy place. A snowy, poetic place. with dirigibles. Last puzzle game you played with a professional. Oh yeah, I think we might have mentioned it before when I asked about this. Right, so we're going with violet. Sorry, not purple. Violet specifically, which is which one is that? This one. This one. So that didn't work. So let me change the number of thingies. If it's oh yeah, that's the turtle. I feel like they probably don't go around by turtle. I feel like Araja is a bit more sophisticated than that. You were lurking earlier for a bit. Oh, I just missed it. Sorry, I just need to go around again. Were you lurking when I was getting incredibly frustrated with the gallery puzzle? I wasn't getting frustrated. I just couldn't figure it out. Yeah, no, I don't know. I need more clues, I suppose. Maybe I need to go back and read Clara's diary again. Yeah, today and have tomorrow off. Nice. Doing anything nice with your days off? Okay, let's go back to Arch Aries then. So, I think I might have reset the moats. About 10 to 15 minutes into the stream. Fair enough. Yeah, I think I had a couple of short days where I didn't really get much done, and then this day has gone on for about 2 hours already. Mostly because I read a really long book in the library, which I was hoping would have clues for another puzzle, but I'm not sure if it did. Oh, that's a shame. Okay, Arch Aries. I think... Okay, so Arch Aries has storms. Maybe Araja is supposed to be a hot country. Maybe I'm going completely the wrong way with it. You got your hair cut at least. Well, that's good. A little bit of self-care. So Arch Aries has storms. Why do I recall something about it being agricultural? I don't know. Storms. I'm gonna say horses. Oh no, wait. Let's say camels. Wait, sorry. Storms is this is what I'm selecting here. Okay. Well, that's horse. So let's start with horse. And Arch Aries is yellow, so I want the spiky upside. And this one. Okay, that's not it. Let's try... That's aviation. Oh, I'll just try aviation anyway. Spiky, right? Yeah. Okay. No, it's not aviation. Unless I've got the agriculture wrong. So let's try camels. I don't know. Camels and storms. Maybe that doesn't make much sense. No. Okay. Yeah. I don't know. Okay. I need more clues for that as well then. Looking forward to the next few weeks. Anything particularly special? We've got our work party next week, I guess. Yeah. I'll just leave. Yeah. Get a half day of company funded fun. Should be nice. Alright. Okay, I've still got a few ways to go and quite a few footsteps. Where's my boat now? My boat's here. Okay, good. How many people in my team going? I think maybe half of them. They weren't very good at showing up last time at the karaoke. I think we only had like a couple of people in my team come last time. But yeah, I think some people are coming. I don't have the most sociable team. We've got like one extrovert and the rest of us are just like, oh no, socializing. Right. Have I actually triggered this at all? Oh no, because this is, I remember, the experiment today is to open boxes. I think I have one in the den, so it might be worth me, just you from archives, fair enough. Might be worth me just opening that one in the den, just to get my one allowance. Yeah, I'll go up in the dark room. That room above the dark room is the one that was marked on the treasure map, so... Oh, maybe I should have picked up more keys, actually. Incoming, don't know about M, yeah. Car keys, okay. I still could theoretically get my 45, what's it called? My 45, it was as close, cards close to the chest. He just won't tell you. Won't tell you if he's going or not. 45, oh, that's where the lockpick is. That's why he wouldn't sell me a lockpick, because there was already one here. That's fine. He hasn't decided, fair enough. My 45 room trophy, that's what I was trying to say. Okay, well, let me get the locker room. It also spreads keys, which is going to be handy, because I'm kind of running out of those. Ah! Aha! Treasure map. Treasure map. Treasure map! This looks like the spot. Awesome. So what do we do now? It's time to start digging. Okay. We'll go on then. You gonna start digging, or... There we go. Your team lunch is Friday. Nice. It's not just you three for team lunch though, is it? It's like... Is it the post room and stuff as well? One of the lost coffers of Mount Holly. It contains 25 gold and 3 gems. Okay, okay. You do, yeah. I would have liked keys, but you know, that's fine, I guess. Well, I can use this. I can use my thing. Okay, in the interest of trying to, aiming to do my 45 room run now, I'm going to go ahead and get the West Ring Hall. Post-romancy. Apparently she's missing this one again. Oh. Okay. It's just the note about Clara. And it doesn't really matter what I do now. If I have exactly 2 green rooms, I don't, so... I guess I'll go with the nursery. It's probably the least... Yeah, least bad one, I guess. Okay, yeah, let's eat a banana. Nice. Excuse me. Nothing else. No. Okie dokie. Alright, let's go back down to the dark room, get that room, and then I need to go across to the... What's it called? Conference room to get the rest of the stuff. Would a closet be a good place to go, or a commissary? I've got quite a lot of coins. Let's see what I can get here. Try to convince Pete to come by showing him the website where the lady is breathing fire and she looks like she does belly dances. Nice. Are we going to get to see a show like that? I haven't really checked out the place yet. Okay, we've got a sledgehammer, but we still don't have a what's it called? A lever, unfortunately. Gems I don't really think I need, but then again, I've got enough money that I could just get it. I'll get running shoes as well. Screw it. Yeah. All right. Okay. This is all right. Just getting myself up just in case this goes on for a little bit longer. Okay. Let's get out of here. Oh, I should keep my eyes out for keys actually now that I've got the locker room in play. Might have stuck some in rooms. Unfortunately, I opened that with a key before I got my sledgehammer, but oh well. Yeah, right. Any keys in here? No. Any that I can see through this door without wasting steps? No. It was funny to watch him go red. Could give this another go, but I just don't want to. Just one more look to see if my brain trips over anything. I really feel like that the clue here is palindrome, but possess is too many letters. Lean into puns, yeah. Okay, I'm gonna have just a little bit more of a think. I know it's getting late, but I spent so much time just staring at these, and I just feel like, oh, I just want. Okay, I'm gonna try doing this one though, because I feel like if I do two, then it's probably gonna free up this side. Press. It's that one's 6 letters. But I'm gonna concentrate on this one, which is 8 letters. The hardest one. I don't know. Like we gotta be on something with these ins. In multipins. The P, red, and reflections are the only thing that stand out. Yeah, that's the thing. It's like I feel like I know exactly what this is trying to draw my attention to, and yet I have no idea what it's trying to say. And this one I had a bunch of ideas, but none of them have the letters coming up for it. Inside, in, between, continuing, think of puns. Infinite. Pinning infinity. Pin. Predator. Lifting. It's gotta be something to do with in. In. Have I seen anything else with the infinity? I don't think so. Have I? Intra something. Have I seen something else with the infinity? I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. To infinity and beyond. You might have figured out the red one. Just go on. Hit me with it. Because I'm otherwise just going to give up. Kel, you're not allowed to tell us because you know the answer for sure. But I think, Leon, if you can get it, then I'm all ears. Leaning into the Reddit and P thing. Yeah. Red P Ponder. Interesting. Oh my god. That makes some kind of sense. I mean, it doesn't explain the oh my gosh, it is. Wait, are all of these going to be different ways of saying think? Oh, ponder. Okay. Oh, and because it's read backwards. Oh, very clever. Well done, Leon. Okay, alright. Okay. That was very good. Okay, right. P on red reversed. Yes, very good, very good. Okay, alright. Well that kind of helps then. So if it's different words for think, ponder, consider, I mean, don't know what that's got to do with infinity. I don't know, let me just... No, that wouldn't be that anyway. Jiha. Revisit. Good luck with the other ones, you have no clue now, fair enough. Okay, well, at least I can do either of these now, and it might get me one of these things. Oh no, oh wait! Oh, okay, it didn't have to be on the same side. Okay, so we did open something. Okay, it got us gems. Okay, well, I mean, that was... I feel like that was not quite as much as I'd expect for that much work, but okay. 2 gems! Woo! What a special prize. Okay, let me have more of a think then. More of a ponder. More of a... if you will. I might get a key in the other one. Whoa. That'd be amazing. Okay. Actual objective. So, I mean, I did think about focusing, but I don't think I could have the yeah, so I've got up to Foku, but then there's no S here. What are the words beside Genu? So actual objective, pointing towards the sun in the distance. We've got Genu on as a label on this bottle. I think there's like a... Oh no, sorry, I thought there was a stick or something in there, but that's just the rest of the word, the letter A. And then this table seems to read very, VERI. And it's 7 letters. Yeah, very. Veritable. Verity. No, that's 6 letters. And it's 7. Very. Is that Latin? I don't know. Actual objective in the distance. Very. Very table. Yeah, like a veritable. That's not a word, is it? Veritable. And then these eyeballs. It's not just eyeball, is it? That would just be ridiculous. Focuses. Yeah, there's this one doesn't have a S. There's no S available on this tile, unfortunately. Focal. What is here? There's no L either, so it wouldn't be that. And then even if there, focal. There's no L, A here, so there we go. Actual objective is over there. Investigate. Oh wait, No. Never mind. Actual objective. Very fair. Like, I feel like it's saying the actual objective is here. There's all these eyeballs here. And then there's these words which seem to be like half words, and the glass is half full, and this is half full, sort of. Well, a little bit more than half full, but I'm thinking it's like interrupting, getting distracted, distract? Is it the opposite of what I think? No. Is it wine? Don't know, could be. It just looks like a liquid. We've already got ponder. Pontificate. Reflect. So we can combine genuine wine. Genuine. Genuine. Let's see if reflect works, but that could be a thing. No, I don't think we've got enough here. Okay, let's look at G. Your mind is set to puns. Oh, I think it needs to be. Yeah, there's no G there. But, like, that makes sense. Genuine. Genuine. Veritable. I mean, this means all truth, doesn't it? Truth. Presume? Could be. PR. The truth of the eyes. No, there's no E here. Actual objective is in the distance. Truthful. Surmise. Oops. Ah, dang. Just went past the U. There we go. Eyes seeing... Oh, keep on getting distracted and just going past the letter. Sorry. Okay, good. So far, so good. So... no, it doesn't look like there's a M here. Surmise would have... You're gonna Google words related to thinking, yeah. Seeing... See... I mean, no, it's not just seeing, okay. Reveal? Reveal... Genuine, veritable eye puns. See... Look... I tried looking, didn't I? I must have tried looking. Surely that's like one of the first things I tried. Perceive? Did we try perceive? Perceive. Yeah, it doesn't look like it's gonna see. See if view, uncover, uncover, uncover the truth. No. Ball eyes peeled for the truth. Distance. Suppose. I'll try suppose. Oops. Oh, frickin' heck, Ava. P. There we go. No. Nope, not suppose. Alright. I feel like we're really close with this one, but I don't know. I don't know. Well, I'm gonna move on. We got some gems. Yay. Oh yeah, everything... All the keys will be in this room, of course. I forgot that that's what the conference room does. We didn't need to be worrying about them in other rooms anyway. Okay, that's good. Even if I get shut off, I don't know. Maybe I can just open some lockers in the locker room. Alright, let's have a look. We have... I don't think we need the clock room, really. How many of these rooms do I have? Actually, I don't know. What counts as one of these rooms? Sauna tomorrow. I'll start the day with 20 extra steps. That could be good. I might just do this one. Yeah, nice. Thing in here. What's this? Ah, vault key. I don't have the vault today, but maybe it'll come up. Okay, so far I've got one room left. I mean, one door left even. Okay, got the showroom, but to be honest, I haven't really got that much money now. So I don't think I'll go for it. How many letters was it? 7 letters. Yay, a die. Let's see if we can snake round all this way and fill out all of them. Let's see. Just use a normal key for now. Okay, I can get the office. Get a gem out of that. That seems to be it for in here. And a breakfast nook to go around. Envisage and envision would be, yeah, too many. I thought I'd already made a breakfast nook today, but apparently not. Okay, can we go around the corner? Yes. Anything in here? No. If I get the secret passage, what will that get me? Not a whole lot, I think. I think I might just... Do I want to risk it? I think I'll get the veranda. Believe. Oh my gosh. You know what? Believe is probably what it is. Keep coming back based on the other two. That'll be a silly pun. It might be believe. That makes actually a lot of sense. I'm going to be going back that way anyway because there's... You know, yeah, I'll definitely be coming back that way. I'm almost shut off on this side, so I can have a go at that. Let me see. I guess use this. Oh, well, I could get the vault to use the vault key, but I'm kind of on a roll with this whole fill out every room thing right now, so... Huge list of 900 synonyms and looking for puns in there. What's it beeping at me about? What you found? Oh, there's a key. There we go. Great way to spend a night, yeah. Alright, let's go with the courtyard, and then I think I might actually literally be able to do all the things. Here we go, there's another coin for me. Nice. Looks like I might get that 45 room trophy. Turnip, yay! Breaking into syllables and stuff. Oh, there's something else? Oh, another key. Right. I'm gonna use the special key here because potentially I could get the Great Hall. Oh, no, maybe not. Hall of Mirrors, not really worth it. I'm gonna get the Cloister just to have a bit of a look at it. Because I still haven't figured out the trick to that place, and I might just see, you know. Okay, that's fine. I've got plenty of keys. I was just hoping to save maybe a few of them for the sake of the locker room. Fine. Oh yeah. just wanted to take a quick look at this to remind myself, but okay, yeah. So the secret, I already knew that the secret garden wasn't just on one side or the other because I have drafted it on both sides, but that was the thing that I was thinking about for a while. Oh, a green apple. Does that? No, this is exactly the same as a red apple. Okay, fine. Do I want to change any of these today? How often is the boudoir? Nah. Boudoir's not particularly handy, but it's not particularly bad either. Rotunda is rare. Yeah, I think it should be rare. It's quite expensive. And the boiler room is unusual. Yeah, I think that's fine. I don't think I need to change any of those. Alright, we're gonna unlock the last room. Nice. Do I want to get the coat check? I might get the coat check. Actually, no, I won't. Because there's absolutely no point in me getting the night shield today. I'll get the closet then. Maybe I'll find a broken lever and I can make that, oh no. Well, oh well. I get more keys anyway. I can open more things in the locker room. Oh! And that's my trophy for full health. Yay! I did it! Great. I never have to do that again. Cool. Look at my beautiful mansion. Alright, let me just take a quick look at the cloister just to see if I can figure something out at all. So there's nothing to power up, I don't think. I don't think I can interact with anything or dig anything. Envisage, visualize and stuff, yeah. I don't know what I'm supposed to do with this. There's no... So yeah, so there's no power coming in, so there's not a boiler room thing. There's no like cracks in the walls or things that look like I'm supposed to press. There's no dig spots that are coming up or hammer spots. Surmise. Yeah, we tried surmise. That, yeah, I think Big Smoke Dog came up with that one, but it didn't have the right letters. Okay, fine. Let's head back. And I will try believe. Okay, let's look. Doesn't look like there's a B. So yeah, so it's not believe, I'm afraid. It was a good idea, but no. Let's see. No B. Let's see if eyes. Eyes. Because that is a good shout. Eyes sounds like eyes. Okay, so we do have... Wait, it's not sunrise, is it? It's not just sunrise. See if we could get an M here, but I'm sure we already tried this. No, definitely not. Okay. Oh, did it again. Trying to get to the R now for rise. Oh, well, I just tried surprise accidentally, and that wasn't it. No, okay. It's not surprise. Realize. Oh, maybe. Oh, of course it is. It definitely is. Oh my goodness. Okay. Good work, team. So, can we do this one? I know, once you say it, it's so obvious. Truth, eyeballs. Oh, what could it possibly be? Realize! Of course it's realize. In fact, that's probably the most obvious one yet. And, okay. Which means that this is probably going to be even more obvious once we do it. Okay, right. Okay, I'm determined now. I want to do this. It's currently 11:10 where I am. Nothing's more obvious than thin K. Well, sort of, but also it's sort of like, well, what on earth was all this other stuff about then? I really want that one key. Well, I reckon that this is going to be a sanctum key. I reckon that this room is too difficult for it to be anything less than a sanctum key. Like this is harder than the clock tower puzzle, and the clock tower puzzle gave me a sanctum key. So, also, by the way, you know how five coins it is. You know how I found the sanctum key straight away in the reservoir. I saw a thing when I was actually looking for thumbnail for pictures for thumbnails for my VODs, that it might be a hint in the tomb where there's the map in front of the death statue, the Death Angel statue, and apparently the Death Angel statue basically points you to where the sanctum key is. So that's the thing. But anyway, right, this last one. Okay, so it does, but you opened every chest. Fair enough. I mean, I got that, and I got the allowance, and then I assumed that there's nothing else that's of particular value down there. I've refilled the reservoir at that point, and I'm like, yeah, I'm done with that. How many letters on this one? 8 letters. And everything has the word, well, has in it. I don't know if it's also relevant that everything is in a room with a door. And again, all these words so far, think, ponder, realize, it's all about, basically the same thing. Imagine, it's 8 letters though. Imagines, maybe. No, it doesn't start with I. I think I was like, oh, infinity? No, but yeah, it doesn't start with I. Room, inside, in, thing. Well, surely it wouldn't be think again. Thinking. That would just be a bit cheap, I think. I mean, I'm trying it, but I just really doubt it. Yeah, no, it's not. Ruminate. Room in 8. Oh my god, I think you got it, Big Smoke Dog. Room. That that is too perfect. It must be. Whoops. Room in. Yes. Yes. Well done, team. I think I only got that one. Everyone else got everything else. Oh, it's what is this? What? Presumably we'll unlock room 8. Huh? What's room 8? Is that the sanctum room 8? It's a mystery key. Look in my room directory. Okay. Oh. Oh, bollocks. I don't have a room 8. I don't have a... Oh no! This was the worst time for me to get this. I don't have any more rooms to unlock. Okay, well... I will probably get this again, and presumably... Yeah, I don't have to remember the puzzle. So, the next time I get the gallery room, either these will already be open, or I'll already know the answers. But, you know, that's good. That's good. We made progress, team. Even if we couldn't get the grand prize, that is still good. Awesome. Well, it is way past my bedtime. Wait, actually, I've got a lot of keys, and I've got the locker room, so I am just going to... Yay, I did the hard thing I was stuck on. Thank you. I'm going to just go to the locker room to see if there's anything new to do. Yeah, Ruminate was a stroke of genius. Do you know how long I was looking at that last one, Big Smoke Dog? And you just looked at him and went, oh yeah, Ruminate. That's it. Fedora tipping all of those things. I can't remember which ones of these I've already unlocked, but I don't think I've unlocked this row. Got quite a few anyway. I nearly said it at one point, no. I think I've done that row and the back row. You looked upwards, still. What's this do? Where is the rumoured room 46? Connection. Theorise possible locations. North of the antechamber, below the foundation. Full house of the 45 rooms plus bunk room. Secret door and tomb. Doesn't exist. Red herring leaning towards this. Grotto. Ah. Well, I mean, we know where it is. Yeah. You're given a big list. Yeah. I mean, I'm sure it helped, but it probably didn't. Just completely... Ah, dang, I got 2 vault keys today and I didn't get a vault. That's fine. Oh well. Got another key to open more lockers. Yay. I mean, I don't even really know why I'm picking these up. There's no point, but... Okay. And an orange. Great. You solved that one just by looking up synonyms to think. Yeah. I probably would have if I if I was really trying to do it on my own, especially. Okay, I think I did these lockers already. I think I might have already done these and those ones. So I think I've probably unlocked all of the lockers in this room now. Yeah, this is a bit pointless for me now. I've already found room 46, that's fine. But yeah, okay. Good stuff, gang. Productive day. Slightly frustrating that I got that key when I had nowhere to use it, but yeah, but next time I get that, then I will know what to do with it. Alright, cool. So yeah, so I'm only going to play this for one more stream, which is going to be on Thursday, and then I'm basically going to take a break from streaming for a little while. I don't know quite how long. Also, because I kind of want to, when I come back to stream properly, I kind of wanted to start playing Mass Effect. That was the next kind of game on my list. I haven't finished playing my Baldur's Gate 3 run yet, but also I don't think I had a lot of people who were very interested in that. I kind of want to finish it anyway, but what I might do, possibly potentially, is just when I have time, I might just kind of stream it or just do it on my own and record it and upload it as a VOD. I don't know, but potentially you might see me online at some point randomly playing Baldur's Gate 3 just to finish that off, because I don't think anyone was really following it, so I don't really need to keep to a schedule. But I won't be back properly full time. I'm not going to be committing to days when I'm going to be streaming until probably at this point at least February. So yeah, and possibly not even until March, but yeah, so I might see you guys around. But I'll be back on Thursday anyway to do one more stream of Blueprints. Maybe, hopefully I'll find that gallery again and actually be able to open room 8, and maybe I'll do some other stuff. I don't know, we'll find out. It all depends on what the RNG wants to do. But yeah, okay, well, thank you very much for your help, guys, today, and see you around. Bye bye, everybody.